One of the most picturesque campuses in all of the country, Oxford, Ohio, Fred C. Yeager Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Ohio Bobcats and the Miami University Redhawks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
I caught up with the Bobcats head coach before the game. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Motion from the wideout. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's talk for a second about Miami of Ohio. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Makes a connection, and they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
22. Hydro. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw again. It's complete to the left. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Quick release on the RPO. Caught, and he's got room. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of them.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Off play action. Still looking on the move. And the misconnection on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They give it to him again. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Bobcats will punt this one away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Slips through the line. Spin, still running. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Miami, Ohio, ready to get the offense going on this drive. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Crawford. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Sweep. 2nd down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Crawford. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's the beauty of playing zone coverage, man. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. So when he drops to throw and that ball comes out, you should break as soon as his hand separates from the football. He does, sees the running back in the flat, runs up, and makes sure he gets no yards after that catch.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Incomplete. That one batted away at the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
He'll toss it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The run inside. It's Crawford. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He wants to change this route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He'll pull it down. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. That'll do it here in the quarter, guys, and Miami, Ohio has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The Red Hawks send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. Goes high to pull it in. Rolled into enemy territory and all the way to the 44-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's talk for just a second about Ohio. It can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky.
Makes the catch and he's free. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's 1st and goal.
The Bobcats line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run, and you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio! Middle of the end zone, he's got it! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Red Hawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Crawford. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Ready. Go.
Off the RPO, complete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
22.
Might be changing the route.
Level. Western. Hydro. Go.
He wants to throw it again. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
1852 soldier. 1852 soldier. Bubba, Bubba. Rock, rock, rock. Sweep, sweep. Let it go.
Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Here's the pressure. Got him downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Might be calling a hot route. Trying play action. Buys a little extra time. He's going to run it. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Red Hawks are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Sends it back in motion. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Crawford. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pocket breaking down. Trying to get away. And he's dragged down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That brings them to within 1. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with Bowling Green taking on the Kent State Golden Flashes. And it's the Falcons who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They feed him again. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on 3rd, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid. For that hit.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. He slings it deep to the left. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Bringing it back at the 30. He's at the 10. defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. Yeah, exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Q. Where did he go?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reynolds. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Maybe a crease. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Red Hawks with the 1st and 10. The offense changing the play.
Return. Go.
Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Reynolds.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Red Hawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
30. Go.
Running inside, it's Crawford. Breaks into the open. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
And the Red Hawks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Red Hawks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Ready. Black 88. Go.
The snap sets up to throw. A little release to the back. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Hawks. He got it. Beat down inbounds.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw?
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. Looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Conversion is no good. That is the score. Ohio 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. He'll start this drive firing. He wants to take the top off. Snags it down the right side. Ripped off the huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. The keeper on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of his QBs, got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Into the 3rd quarter of this edition of Midweek Action, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it, they're on the move. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Miami. The defense putting points on the board.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. He's looking to throw. Sweet grab in the end zone for the 2. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
A little midweek action to keep you going. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Handoff from the gun. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Ready? Blue 22. Blue 22.
They just keep firing. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They boot it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice.
There he goes. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
Pulls and fires complete. Snags it and he's open. Smashes through the tackle. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback making adjustments. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Crawford.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Crawford. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll go right back to the run. Touchdown, Redhawks! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Ohio sends out the offense to start this drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
Going to try to get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Man, his passing game, they can't get in sync, man. They can't get in rhythm. It seems like all game it's been a struggle. Nice job by the defense, dropping back, breaking on the football, but this offense has to find their rhythm somehow, some way.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it down the right side. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up. That's a 36. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Bobcats will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Finds the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, that's crippling, because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play. You fumble the ball, put it on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the Redhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
Black 14. Black 14. Where did he go?
They'll go right back to him. Got a little grass. Bust through behind his pad. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team can be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on.